How's it guys, this is Davey FPL and welcome back to another Fantasy Premier League video here on my channel. This video is going to cover the GW27 review, the GW28 preview, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about my Blank and Double Gameweek strategy, which has now been cemented due to my transfers that I took in GW27. Now in terms of Blank Gameweek 27, it's been quite an up and down one there. A lot of people have not done too well, but a lot of people have done well. First things first guys, I just want to talk about supporting the channel. So here's a fun fact for you. In my last video, 70% of the views were from non-subscribers. So that's right, if you're a subscriber, it means that you're a differential pick. So let's get those differential picks up to a Mo Salah ownership, 50% guys. No, I'm just joking, but in all seriousness, consider subscribing and supporting the channel if you are enjoying the content. I'm sure a lot of you have watched more than one video, and if this is your first video, welcome. I hope that you enjoy it. So I just want to say subscribe to support the channel. As I said, a lot of people have actually done quite well in this game week. A lot of my viewers have reached out to me on Twitter, so go follow me on Twitter there as well as you're subscribing. And I've been seeing scores of 70, some 67s, some great scores. So if you've done well, congratulations. It was a great game week to make up some room. And if you haven't done too well, don't be too worried. A lot of people haven't done well. That's why you see the average of 35, which is drastically lower than the normal game week scores. But we move on. Luckily, we have some midweek fixtures to catch up on. So the turnover from this game week is going to be quite quick. So just in terms of my game week 27 review here, we saw a score of 47 points, which was above the average of 35 and also above the average of the top 1k of about 41. So we saw a nice green arrow to 299th in the world. So I was ecstatic to get the green arrow. Obviously, last game week we were 325th, so not that great of a green arrow, only 26 places, but you know, I'm going to take whatever I can get. In terms of the transfers I made, I transferred out Edison for Fabianski. Then I ended up transferring Kamara to Arnautovic, and then I also transferred Yedlin in for Kiko Femenia. Very happy with the transfers I made. Obviously Yedlin got that clean sheet, did end up picking up a yellow card, but not too mad about that. The one that I was a little bit angry about was Fabianski's not keeping a clean sheet. I saw Fulham scored a goal in the first 3 minutes, so that was quite a quick devastation there for the West Ham defense, but not too angry. And happy that he ended up getting a little bit of a bonus point for the saves there. And then obviously Arnie came on as a sub and got an assist. Now, as I said on my Twitter tweet, I was playing football on Friday night, so I actually missed most of the West Ham game, but luckily I ended up getting a little bit of team news before we went onto the pitch, and I saw that Arnautovic was benched, and I was devastated. I was like, listen, this is the game week done. It's been a good run, but we are off. But if you were to tell me that after he was benched, I would have ended up choosing the best transfer option out of all three of them. Remember, I was considering Felipe Anderson's son and Arnie. If Arnie would have been the best pick out of all of those, I would have probably told you that you're mad or something. So obviously very happy. He ended up also getting a shot off the post, which is a little bit unfortunate, so he could have had even more. But at the end of the day, I was just happy with the 4 points after a substitute appearance. So I spoke about Fabianski with his 3 points. Then we have Doherty with 5. He ended up getting an assist. Very happy after conceding that goal against Bournemouth, he ended up getting the assist, and it was the perfect combination for me, the Doherty to Jimenez combination. Then we have Robbo with 8 points, clean sheet against Man United, quite a boring game overall. You must be happy if you had a Liverpool and a United defender. I was a little bit sad because I ended up having more attackers, so goals would have favoured my team a little bit more, but I'll always take a Robbo clean sheet and 2 bonus points. Then Wan-Bissaka, who was the little bit of a downfall before the deadline after he picked up an injury. No one really predicted it. Hopefully it's not too serious. I'm going to monitor the situation. Obviously, I was already considering taking Wan-Bissaka out before that Game Week 31 deadline, so not too angry. It forces the hands a little bit, which is almost a little bit better because you don't want to be transferring out Wan-Bissaka too early. Then Yedlin I already spoke about with 5 points. Mane and Salah with 3. Overall, quiet game for the both of them. Didn't really see many attacking threat from them. Hopefully they can bounce back against Watford. Then we have Pogba with 3 points as well. Also involved in that game that was quite stop-start. So I'll take the 3 points though from all of our midfielders. Then we have Rashford with 2. As far as I was concerned, I thought that he was injured. I just thought that because of all the other injuries, Man United couldn't substitute him. So I'm hoping that he recovers quickly. Obviously, it's the same situation a little bit with Wan-Bissaka that I was already considering transferring him out. So this just opens up that opportunity even more, and we'll talk about that in the GW28 preview. Then Jimenez with the goal. I spoke about him being a captain option. Definitely could have captained him. He's looking quite on form right now. Wolves are looking good. Obviously, they ended up drawing against Bournemouth, which is not the best, but they do have some very nice fixtures coming up with the likes of Huddersfield next. So keep an eye on Jimenez. Then obviously I already spoke about Arnie with his assist. Nothing on the bench. They all blanked, so I was very happy. I was actually a little bit disappointed with Wan-Bissaka because I would have had 11 players out, but not too disappointed with the score of 47. Now, if we go to my Blank and Double Gameweek strategy here, I'm just going to go back to my ultimate guide to the Double and Blank Gameweeks that I posted, I think a week or 2 ago. This is the strategy that I'm going to be playing. I'm going to be wild carding in 34 in preparation for the bench boost in 35, and then obviously the main talking point is whether to use the free hit in 31 or 32. I'm going to be using it in 32. As I said, the transfers that I made this week kind of were preparation and would decide overall what I did. So I brought in the likes of Yedlin and Arnie and Fabianski, who all play in 31. I'm attempting to field a full team of 11 in Game Week 31, and then free hitting in 32 to maximize those fixtures. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of fixtures that have been confirmed, double game weeks especially. Some of them are a little bit confusing because the games that we thought would be played in 32 are now being played in 35. So I'm also favoring the strategy a little bit because with these doubles, they haven't all been confirmed yet, which is a little bit worrying. So all I can do is prepare for what we do know, and what we do know is that there's going to be a blank game week in 31. So that's how I'm going to be preparing for these doubles and blanks, and I'm quite excited for these doubles and blanks. A lot of people are going to be making up a lot of space, and I think this really separates the FPL managers from more of the casuals. So you guys can, if you're behind in your mini leagues, as long as you have a solid strategy for your team, and I'm going to say that each strategy is different for each team. So if you have a team that plays in 31 already or in 32 already, then just adjust it to your team, and I mean, it's your team, so you can use the chips whenever you want. This is just how I'm going to be using it. The little bit of a tricky situation is the whole triple captain. I don't know when I'm going to be playing that. Maybe Salah on his Huddersfield or Fulham fixture, but that I will talk about more in the future. Now to go back to my team for next game week. We are not looking that bad, actually. Obviously, I've put Rashford on the bench right now because Solskjaer said that he'll be very surprised if Rashford actually plays this week. And I've also put Arnie on the bench because out of all the fixtures on my team, that's probably the worst fixture, so he's going on my bench. We have Fabianski against Man City. Not expecting much, maybe a save point if I'm lucky. Doherty vs Huddersfield, Robbo vs Watford, Digne vs Cardiff, and Yedlin vs Burnley. Very nice fixtures for my defense. I'm hoping they can get some returns. The only one I'm a little bit concerned about is maybe Robbo. Watford are looking very good, but he can always get some attacking returns. Then we have Mane and Salah vs Watford at home, which is also a good fixture attacking-wise. Right now, the captaincy's on Salah. I just think he's the safe option. I was considering Sterling, but after that 120 minutes in the Carabao Cup, I'm kind of a little bit wary about him. I think his minutes might be a little bit limited. I do think he'll play, but maybe not that much. Then we have Pogba vs Crystal Palace, which is also probably going to be a tough fixture. Crystal Palace are quite good against the top 6, so not expecting much, but Pogba always seems to surprise, and he's on great form right now. Then we have Richarlison against Cardiff. Now everyone's transferred Richarlison out, but I'm almost happy I kept him a little bit. Cardiff obviously shipping, I think, 5 goals against Watford, so defensively not looking too great. And after Everton had this little break of a blank game week, they can come back refreshed and hopefully firing on all cylinders. Then we have Jimenez versus Huddersfield, which would be my differential pick for captain. I think that Huddersfield are looking terrible and Jimenez is looking great at the moment. And I think he's going to bag a goal or 2 against Huddersfield. So if you're looking for a little bit of a differential captain, then I would go Jimenez. Now the only option for transfers that I'm kind of thinking right now is probably Rashford out. If I were to take him out, I would probably bring in Rondon. That's also with preparation for the game week 31 blank. He does have a fixture against Bournemouth, which is not too bad, and he does seem to be performing quite well right now. So that would probably be my option. It also allows me to save a little bit of money in the bank, and that's always helpful when you're making your team for these blanks and doubles. So that's probably going to be where I wrap it up. Obviously, the transfer isn't confirmed right now. One thing to note is the deadline is Tuesday night. If you're not prepared for that, please get preparing for it. And even if you're not going to make that many transfers, just make sure your team's set for that Tuesday night in case you forget or whatever. But otherwise, just to wrap up the video a little bit, I ended up scoring 47 points. Obviously, with the -4 takes it to 43. And that saw us rise in rank to 299th in the world, which is my best rank this season, I do believe. So I know in previous videos I've been saying that I've been higher ranked, but I reviewed the situation and this is my highest rank at the moment. So I'm obviously very happy with it, just inside the top 300 in the world. So trying to get more up the ranks, but very happy with where I am right now. So please leave your comments down below. Leave your advice for me on how to better the channel maybe, and I will try and get back to you. I will get back to every comment and tweet you send me, so follow me on Twitter, and then also like the video if you enjoyed it. We've been hitting crazy amount of likes, and I hope to keep it up. Then, as I said earlier, subscribe to the channel if you're new or haven't subscribed yet, and otherwise I'm going to be signing off. This has been Dave the FPL, and I'm out. Cheers, bye.